Well, how you going, everyone? Josh the Collector Guy. Hope you all had an awesome week yet again this week, ladies and gentlemen, as I always say. Hope you're able to get out to the shops this week, maybe to a flea market, swap meet, or even found some really awesome cars on eBay. Hope you had a great week this week, everyone. Well, these are my finds for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Got lots of cool cars to share with you. Some awesome Redlines, which is pretty much in each and every vid I do. I absolutely love the Redlines. As you can see, some very cool ones in the mix, and also some quite rare ones as well. Some carded stuff, really cool 5-pack, other assorted Hot Wheels as well, some NASCAR Matchboxes. I'll get to all that near the end of the vid, or just after I deal with these guys just over here. Went to the flea market this morning. Only went to one because, well, the NASCAR's on. I really wanted to come home and watch that, and also flick through the channels and see how Bathurst is going and that, see how it's all wrapping up and everything like that. But only went to one, hadn't been to this flea market for quite a while either, so I thought I'd pop in and see what I'd find. Found some pretty cool stuff, well, these two cars anyway, but still, when you walk away from the flea market with some things in your pockets, it's always a good day in my opinion. Got the old Vauxhall Guildsman here, pretty cool looking car in pink, really nice indeed. Little micro machine, love my micro machines, and when they're Camaros, I love them even better. So cool, always bring back really good memories, the old micro machines. Always remember playing with them as a kid. Now we get to these two guys over here. Got these at my Diecast meet just yesterday, which is where I got all this from. I'll jabber on about them in a second though, as I said. Got old Admiral Akbar, actually got him in the post this week in pretty good condition. I do have some Redlines as well, what I will be showing over the next couple of vids and that, so stay tuned for that, everyone. And also got Chewbacca as well. Pretty glad to have found some vintage Star Wars figures as well this week at my Diecast meet. Not only getting them off eBay, because that's pretty much where I do find most of my stuff, really off eBay, and if I'm lucky enough to go to my Diecast meet and find what I have here, what I'm about to show you. Went there yesterday, went with Dad. Always have lots of fun when Dad comes with me. Always good to see my mad mate and that, and a whole heap of other guys and girls we associate with at the Diecast meet over at Morningside in Brisbane. Held every 2 months or so. You can look it up on the net. If anyone lives in the Brisbane area here in Queensland, I highly recommend going to it. You have so much fun, find great cars, and meet great people as well. So let's have a look at what I found. Got an old 90s Sizzler. It looks like an old Willys Coupe or something like that. That one's pretty cool. I do like the old 90s Sizzlers. Never had them when I was a kid, but now that I'm older, I have a whole heap of them. Just would like to have the tracks though. That'd be pretty cool, but my room is pretty chock-a-block as it is, so I might need a bigger room or something like that. Got an old car, the old NASCAR ones. Dad bought that one for me. He came back with a bag of stuff and he goes, oh, this one's for you. Found that. I thought that one's pretty cool. Don't have that. All mine are just there. Let's blur it up for you, everyone. All up there, which is pretty cool. So I'll have to find more room for this one. And pretty cool. Got a big lot of NASCAR cars. Well, Matchbox ones anyway. They're all pretty cool. Varying in assortment, like some Pontiacs, some Thunderbirds. They look pretty cool. These two here I still have from when I was a kid, so mine are probably a little bit played with, but still really cool. I love the colours on those, the fluoro pink and the fluoro yellow. Got I think that's a Lumina. Yep, love the old Luminas. A few of them have drivers on them, like this one here, old Micah Wild Trip. Like the Ball Trip brothers, they're flipping hilarious when they're commentating in the NASCAR. The old Kenny Schrader with old Hendrick Motorsports on the hood, another Pontiac. But I was so glad to get these two, the mighty Dale Earnhardt. I was absolutely excited when the guy came up to me, because he knows I do like Earnhardt stuff, and he goes, oh, I got these two for you, and he was pretty much going to give to me, but I had to give him something for it. Got the old test car. Now these are quite hard to find, I believe, the test car, so I was absolutely excited to finally have this. It'll go on my Dale Earnhardt shelf somewhere. And even the old Lumina here with the old grey hub wheels there, that's really cool as well. Love the old GM Goodwrench paint scheme, as you know, because I'm a big die-hard fan of Dale Earnhardt's. So it was really, really cool to get those at the Diecast meet, as all the other old Matchbox NASCARs as well. You know, I'm crazy about the NASCAR and that. Moving on now to the vintage Hot Wheels. Found 3 steering rig trailers. Had to pick these up. They were pretty cheap. And I know, well, what's a trucking company without a whole heap of trailers? So if I ever wanted to do a diorama one day, always have a couple of trailers in the yard for my steering rigs and that. I know I've got all these 3 already, but still, I'll still hold on to them. I think I've got truck spotted by themselves anyway, so a couple of trailers to go with them as well. So really cool, glad to have found those. Got the old Volkswagen Bug here from the Wisconsin, I think it was a toy show back in the 80s, I think. They did a couple of cars up for the show, as a lot of toy shows and conventions are these days. They always do certain cars and everything. It's like a, I think the paint scheme's already like a pre-release car, but I think the only thing different is the plastic base, so I still reckon that's pretty cool. Got that off my man mate for, I reckon, a really good price. Still in its original baggie. Don't really see too many of these as well. I know I've seen some on eBay. A lot of people have high prices on them and that. Well, I can understand that. In my opinion, I reckon it's rare. So I was glad to have that in a little Volkswagen. Really cool looking car. The old Scorcher here. Finally have another car from the Scorchers in the collection, and it being on card. Really, really awesome. Love the old Scorchers set. Unpunched as well, pretty much mint condition as well. Have a look on the back. I've got a few cars on the back, but I think there's quite a few in the series. I think there's a 55 Chevy, and I think there's an El Camino or something like that. I would love to track those down. I know I've only got a few in the collection. I think I've only got one, and that's that Magnum just up in there, that one near the shift kicker. So pretty cool. Love the old Scorchers. Something you really don't see anymore in my opinion either, so glad to have gotten that. Got that off my mad mate as well. Well, pretty much some of this stuff is off my mad mate. It was good to see him again. Got the old Hot Wheels Racers 5-car gift pack. Now I rarely see 5-car gift packs from the 80s anymore. Well, actually I think this is the first one I've actually seen in person. I know I've seen a few on eBay, but they go for really high prices as well. I really don't think all the cars are supposed to be in this pack. I think there's a few in here what are quite newer, like the Road Torch there and the XT3 and that. I'm not sure if it's really period correct, but still really cool to have it like still boxed up like this. Have a look on the back there, really cool crack up set. I know that'd be pretty awesome to have that. A couple other packs you can get as well, but that Corvette down there, I reckon it's worth it for the Corvette, because that one, it's got the gold hubs. I know the one I have carded's got the normal black walls, and that little Toyota in there, that one's not bad. The old Firebird funny car, they're all really good cars in there, I have to admit. They're really nice looking cars, so I was glad to get something like that. Something a lot different in the collection. Got the old Mayflower highway hauler on the international card. Now, funnily enough, I've got the American card version. It's just up here, and the blister's yellowed on that as well, and it's also unpunched. So what are the chances of that? It seems to be the norm for the old Mayflower cards. Well, the blisters anyway to be yellow, but still really cool. I reckon I got it for a good price, and it's a highway hauler. How can you resist? Really cool set on the back there as well. Really love finding the old carded stuff. It's always awesome to find. Now, last but not least, everyone, I know a lot of you guys have been hanging out for the Redlines and that. Well, there is a real rider. I'll get to him first. The old Path Beater. Finally have tracked one down loose, which has the surfboards. Really cool. Love these little Chevy trucks. Really cool indeed. I know I got all variations already, but I didn't. All the variations I do have don't have the surfboards, but really cool to have tracked one down now, and I reckon I got it for a good price. Now we'll get to the Redlines. What can we start off with? Got the old race team trailer here. Already have one complete. Let's step up here to my little case. Got one complete right up there, but I think I do have a white truck somewhere in one of my boxes, a little bit played with, and that would probably match that perfectly. So really hard to find, one of the hardest to find heavyweights in my opinion, the old race team truck. Even the flatbed truck, that one's probably in my opinion one of the hardest, or if not the hardest to find. Got the old Mercedes-Benz here, the old Gullwing car, I think it's a C or D. C111, really cool looking car, the old gull wings and that. old enamel blue from 1973. Got the old snorkel truck. Unfortunately the snorkel's missing, but this is my first one with the snorkel sort of variation on the back. It would be cool if I could track one of those down, or even a mint one, but still that'll do for the moment. Really cool looking truck. Love the old heavyweights. I think this is Indy Eagle. Yep, pretty cool looking car from back in the day. Really nice looking race car. Old noodle head, my second one. My other one, let's have a look at my shelf again. Just there, the old red one. One of the capped wheel ones. Not too bad condition, sort of, but hey, I'll take it. It was really cheap as well. Really nice looking car. Something you don't see all too often, the old noodle head. Really cool. Got another one of these custom fleet sides, the old Sky Show one. I believe it's the Sky Show, I think, or I could be wrong. It's either the... well, it's either one or the other, really, so it's really cool. Glad to have found a different colour variation, because I don't have it in blue at all, and always love these old El Caminos, the old Chevy trucks and that. And I forgot who, oh, was it Ira Guilford or something, or Harry Bradley? I'm probably saying the names wrong, but this was one of the first cars designed, and it was actually his everyday driver. He modelled it off, so pretty cool. Really, he must have had a really nice looking car back then, or truck anyway. Really cool. Love the old fleet sides. Now we get to some of the most rarest cars and most hardest to find cars ever made by Hot Wheels, in my opinion. Got the old show off just here, modelled off a Dodge Challenger. It's got twin engines, as you can see there. I've tried to track a lot of these down, or even not bothered, because I know how much they are worth. Finally was able to grab one. I was shocked at the prices as well for some of these. These three here pretty much equate to what one of these guys are worth, so I reckon I did pretty good on that. Enamel blue, really nice colour. Finally glad to have one of these. And as you can see, these are from 73, because they did the enamel colours. Back then they were cutting costs of what was happening. I think it was the gas or oil crisis or something like that back in the 70s and that. And they had to really cut costs on the Hot Wheels. And nowadays those Hot Wheels are worth lots and lots of money, which are pretty much the last two I'm going to get to in just a second. Got this one here, I forgot the name of it. Double header. Got the enamel light blue one in the collection. Glad to have a red one in my favourite colour. Really, really cool looking car. Absolutely love it. Glad to have picked this one up as well. Really nice. Love the old 73 cars. And, well, everyone who knows about the nostalgia Hot Wheels, the old Redlines and that, knows that the Superfine Turbine is probably the hardest to find car from 1973. And what do you know, I went to my Diecast meet yesterday, found this little guy first, really cool, went up and had another look, and what do you know, found one with the wheels missing. I don't know, the planets obviously aligned for me yesterday when I found these two guys. I can't believe it. What are the odds of finding two Superfine turbines in one place? I don't know, that's just freaky to me. Really cool, glad to have one of these cars. I had a look on eBay last night. The ones on eBay were in a little bit better condition than mine, but they were pushing around 500 bucks Australian, so that's pretty expensive. I really don't want to pay that kind of money for a Hot Wheel, to be honest, but I know a lot of people out there got money to burn, they can do that. And I also saw a carded one for 700 bucks. Now, that's really, really expensive, but it's just amazing that some of the prices some of these cars go for. Well, look at the Beach Bomb, the one with the surfboards in the back of the van instead of the one that's on the side. That one's one of the rarest, probably the rarest Hot Wheel in the world, that one. And there's a guy in America, he's got the pink one. It's on YouTube anyway. I think his name's Bruce Pascal. You can have a look at it on there. He's got, that's probably one of the rarest Hot Wheels, and it's pink, and I think there's only two in existence, and he's got one of them. What a lucky man. But obviously he's got a lot of money to throw around for his Hot Wheels collection. But I'm pretty happy finding the cars I do. I reckon it's really worth it. I'm sure you guys out there as well have lots of cars in your collections what you always treasure, like I do. Like, I've got cars from when I was a kid what I'll never get rid of. Even cars like these here I'd really struggle to try and get rid of, because they're just so cool. It shows you what the Hot Wheels were like back then, how much it's changed, how much They've really changed in the cars, the paints and everything like that, the wheels, you name it. Like these days the Hot Wheels are like metal top, plastic base and that, whereas back then pretty much all these cars here are all die-cast base. Well, probably not counting that one, they're the highway hauler, but a lot of them were all made out of die-cast. Now, how times have changed. But anyway, that's probably enough of my jabber for this week, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed. I really was glad to share some of my all my finds with you this week, everyone. Really hope you did enjoy. Thank you very much for tuning in, all the subscribers, even if you're just passing by or even if you've checked out my video for the first time. Really thank you for stopping by and appreciate the support each and every one of you give me. Well, that's it for this week, everyone. Really hope you enjoyed. Sorry about the jabbering on. I know this video is probably pushing about 100 minutes now, but really sorry about that, but hope you enjoyed nevertheless. Remember, everyone, happy hunting, keep the hobby strong. See you later, everyone. Have an awesome week.